What do you think you're doing? They know better. The little gray one's trouble, though. She's grayer than the rest. Almost wondering if she might be a he. We'll find out in the next couple weeks here, especially if she starts getting talons. Hey, get out of there. What's up, everybody? It's Robbie Red, chilling here on the tailgate of the truck. Just wanted to do a little video. Feeling pretty blessed today. A lot going on around here. It's Wednesday night. They're doing VBS prayers at church tonight, so I'm not going to be going. I mean, I should go and pray for the kids for VBS, but not that I don't think I should go if I'm not getting in the Word, but I'm not as, I guess, apt to go if we're not getting into the Word. And I went to a town board meeting for my town here. I recommend that everyone gets involved more locally in their town, and I, too, need to get more locally involved in politics and stuff of my town and what's going on and why, especially if we want to make any sort of difference in our country. But with that said, I'm like, I'm there every first Tuesday of the month kind of guy, so take that for what it is. But I knew that that was a meeting that I wanted to be at, so I was there. Monday night, we were working on the parade float for tomorrow night for our local parade here in town. That kicks off Carnival weekend, and it's for the Boy Scouts, and it's going to be an awesome float. I'll probably put up some shorts of some of the progress of that. But we were there working late on that till about 10 o'clock Monday night, me and my oldest son. So it's been a busy week, so I'm staying home and trying to get some stuff done around the homestead tonight. And I was pretty blessed. I drove the truck to work today and came home with some cinder blocks, which was perfect. One of the other guys who owns a business, he owns a pallet company in the complex that we are in at my work, was taking these as my boss and I were standing in the parking lot chatting. He was taking these on the skid that they're on with his tractor to the curb, and he said, "Hey, you guys have any use for these 8 cinder blocks?" And I said yes, because we're going to be doing away with the mobile coop here pretty darn soon, and we are going to be doing a stationary coop. I've been collecting a lot of materials for it. This stuff's going to go probably on the burn pile after I pull some of the stuff off of it. But right in this area, we're going to be building a new chicken coop, one that holds and retains heat better than that one, is larger, so we can roost more birds, more nesting boxes, etc., because we really want to expand the flock in the coming years. Lady, you live over here. Get over here. So I wanted to put 2 cinder blocks under each corner of the new coop, so these 8 cinder blocks are perfect. It was literally a blessing. I don't need these capstones, but I'll find something to do with them, the broken pieces and the fulls. And I was just happy to have that and be able to do that. I know my one buddy Chris out there, shout out to Chris. His channel is Between the Fence Posts, and he had mentioned in a short I did on the truck that he hadn't seen it in a while and thought maybe I got rid of it. No, buddy, didn't get rid of it, but it's been in a shop. We had a stint right toward the end of winter, early spring, late winter, where all 4 of our vehicles were broken. My wife and I each have a classic vehicle. She has a vintage Mercedes. I have the old F-250 here, and both of them were downed. This was not running right. Actually, it wasn't running at all at that time. The Mercedes was sitting on a flat, and then my Equinox had a draw issue where it kept running batteries dead with no consistency. Sometimes it'd be a day, sometimes it'd be 3 days, sometimes it'd be fine for a week. The Jeep had a throttle body issue, so we just had all sorts of vehicle issues, and I had just buttoned up the throttle body issue, changed the throttle body on the Jeep. I put in a manual shutoff switch for the battery. It didn't really solve the problem for the Equinox, but at least it stopped killing my batteries. You know, you're not going to come back to your shop and go to start your vehicle to go home to a dead battery, which is never fun, or vice versa, go to work in the morning to a dead battery. And this was still giving me problems, and I had a brother from church reach out and said, "Hey, another family from church wants to bless you and your family. They know you've been having a lot of vehicle issues. Pick a vehicle. It's going to go into a shop and get gone through on their dime. And I'm like, well, I need the truck. We need to do firewood. We need to be able to move stuff if we need to move stuff, like these cinders. So it went into a local shop here. Not going to name no names, but they had it for 3 months. And about 2 weeks ago, they called me and said, we can't figure it out. Get it out of here. Come get it out of here. Now, I had been doing some research in the background the whole time, and 3 months is a long stinking time, which tells me that they didn't really want to work on it. But long story short, I'll do some more videos on this in the future. It ended up being the vapor separator for the carb for it. Vapor separator / fuel shutoff. It's a common thing, especially on these Fords, especially this Ford 60 motor. And it was common on carbureted vehicles where the fuel would start to boil in the lines, it would turn to a vapor, and then they would have issues with the carbs getting vapor locked. So that is the vapor separator / shutoff right there. And I thought it was either that brain box right there. There's actually 2 of them. That's the old one. The guy whose shop it was at, I went to go pick it up with this guy in hand, swapped this guy out. It's about a 30-minute ride home from there. I drove about 10-15 minutes thinking I solved it by swapping this guy out in his parking lot. And then about halfway here, it started doing the same fuel starvation, hesitation issue. So I was like, dang it, brain box didn't do it. That is a ICM, ignition control module is the technical name. So all the other research that I was doing said that